SBI has invaded the town of Washington, North Carolina, and Reggie Fountain has only one thing on his mind: no amount of pain, suffering, self-sacrifice, dedication, or money is too great a price to pay for ultimate victory. Welcome to beautiful Washington, North Carolina for the third annual Fountain Mercury Superboat International Grand Prix. Hi everybody, I'm Stan Lane. Some of the fastest race boats in the world pass through these hallowed hallways and these factories of Reggie Fountains. We are in Washington, North Carolina, affectionately referred to as Reggieville around here. And for the third year, Reggie has invited the biggest and fastest race boats in the world to come play in his backyard and do battle against these fountain hulls. It's going to be fast and furious. Weather-wise, it is perfect. Cool, dense air has moved into North Carolina, and that kind of air produces high horsepower, so we're looking for high speeds. Speaking of high speeds, they also had the world kilo record runs here this weekend, and records were shattered. If you're ready to set the water on fire, we are too, so let's get to it. Now, earlier this morning, Team Instigator took to the waters vying for the world record title, but came up short by only 3 miles per hour.
They won't accept it for the kilo.
That was only us, but they don't like us.
That's what they just told me. He called me back and he said, oh,
Team Instigator thrashing between kilo runs. What's going on here, Pete?
I need a little more efficiency out of the boat. We're going to try to put a little spacer in the drive, try a couple different things.
Joe, you guys set your first run at 109, David Knight and FountainRacing.com, and Roger Alsley 112. You got 3 miles an hour, a little more to go. Can you do it?
I think we have a good shot at doing it. We're putting a half-inch spacer in. It's either going to make the boat a couple of miles an hour better or a couple of miles an hour worse. So we'll know. I mean, this is our last-ditch effort. We got 15 minutes more to get the boat ready, and we're thrashing, like you said.
Well, as they make their way out for their second attempt to break that world record, we'll see what happens. Great run, but they were not able to make the 112 mark. Now, Mr. Fountain himself, along with Ben Robertson, took an attempt at breaking their old record set at 160+ miles per hour. And here's their first run. Look at that boat go. What a fast Fountain. 166.407 miles per hour on pass number 1. Here comes pass number 2 with the wind, with the current. Look at it go. 177.359 miles per hour, a new world's record. Reggie, you didn't just eclipse your old world speed record, you shattered it, my friend.
Yeah, we were happy with that. The first run we ever made with that boat at wide open speed, because we were the last minute getting it done, was this way at the 166, 167, but then we tweaked it out a little bit for the second run and hit 177 for a speed record of 171. So we're happy to have the SBI, APBA, and UIM world records undisputed, and I guess hot air won't really suffice for doing it on the spot with all the people here to certify.
Well, congratulations to all the new record holders. Great job, guys. Oh, very, very fast speeds here in Washington. Now, we had 2 races this weekend. Now, earlier this afternoon, the Superboat stocks and the production boats took to the water, and there was intense action indeed. As the boats in the second race of the day make their way to the course, let's take a look at some of the highlights from race number 1. In Superboat stock, They were 5 abreast as they made their way to turn number 1. Bermuda Barracuda on the inside had a slight lead over the fleet, but S18 Racing Frenzy with that brand new 30-foot Spectra hull made their move on the outside. Now let's jump on board Racing Frenzy. They're taking an early lead over S1 Mapei and S31 the Hulk. Of course, Team Mapei without a victory in the entire 2004 season, looking to garner some points this weekend. Brian Hopp and Grant Brugman held the lead with the rest of the fleet gaining on every single lap. S31 the Hulk with 3 wins under their belt holds on to 3rd position, but they need some more speed. In 4th is S19 Bermuda Barracuda and S111 Kinetic Animation. They're battling for 4th place. They need to make up some ground. With the points battle this tight, anything could happen. S111 did not have a good start this year, but at this point of the season, with all the points on the line, it's anybody's game. We're jumping on board our stern cam on S111 Kinetic Animation. Look at that boat fly. It is blistering the water. S12 Deep V Cats on the inside, your super stock world record holder, but they were not seeing the same speeds as they saw on the Kilo. They changed props, of course, but they're doing good battle. And lap number 3, Team Mapei took over the lead, but didn't hold on to it for long as Racing Frenzy, there you see him closest to you, took it back along the front straightaway. Look how close they are. Wow, they're almost touching each other, almost trading gel coat now. You see just to the left of your screen there, S1 Mapei. Look at that. Oh, my goodness. They're going to touch. Woo, this is intense. We're on board Racing Frenzy now. Racing Frenzy with just a slight lead. But by the end of lap number 3, Team Mapei dropped out with engine problems, and they're heading back to the trailer. With Mapei out of the race, Racing Frenzy and the Hulk battle deck to deck for the entire remainder of this race. Now that moved this boat, S19 Bermuda Barracuda, back into 3rd place, and they were followed by this boat, S111 Kinetic Animation. A solid 5th place was S49 Pour It On. Bringing up 6th place was S77 Oceans 234. And finally, the world record holder with not a good day for them racing-wise, though, was S12 Deep V Cats. These are your Superboat stock final results. It was great, great racing here in Washington. Superboat stock winner's circle, fresh out of the box. Racing Frenzy, what a way to start with a brand new boat.
Can you say two-peat, baby? We came back and got him again with Grant's help at Grant's Custom Rigging. He put the boat together. We just got to see the boat personally Thursday. So we jumped in the boat and it just ran great. We had some problems yesterday and today just night and day. The boat just accelerated and ran great.
As SBI President John Carbonell heads out with that 47-foot Fountain Pace boat, getting ready for our next race. But when we come back, we'll have highlights from the manufacturer production class right after this. The Fountain Mercury Superboat International's Grand Prix is brought to you by Fountain Powerboats, because there is a difference. By Featherlight Trailers, the official trailer of SBI. By Featherlight Coaches, the official coach of SBI. And by Mercury, #1 on the water. Welcome back. It's the 2004 Fountain Mercury Superboat International's Grand Prix. I'm Stan Lane. Nice to have you along. You know, a lot of action this weekend here in Washington, North Carolina. We had great spectator crowds on hand and on the beaches, especially around Witchard Beach. They love these fast race boats. Big Ed, the P2 wars will never be the same with Wassop in the mix.
No, we moved up to P2 at the Sarasota event. And a couple of the national factory teams got hooked up with us, just battling around, not racing against them, but just battling it out. And now here they've signed on to our class, I guess you would say, to go do battle with the Was Up boat. So multiple prop changes, gear changes, drive changes, because we aren't going down easy, that's for sure.
Well, the manufacturer production boats really had some hot and heavy action, taking an early lead. P37 Team Taboo, that 42-foot Fountain, will jump on board looking off the bow. It was What's Up. They set a blistering pace, leaving the pack, trying to hold on to that #1 points lead. The battle for second all day long was between P201,
Talking Tools on your right and P21 Warpath. In lap number 2, Warpath had engine problems, and that left this boat, What's Up, battling it out with Talking Tools for P21. Here's your battle for first place. In production number 3, and Taboo held on the lead over P313 Nesquik. We'll jump on board P317 Taboo. It's the only diesel-powered boat in the fleet. This is a 38-foot Scarab boat. He's in Fountain Country, though. He's got to feel a little bit out of place. They had a great battle, though, all day long until he dropped out, and that gave the win to Team Taboo. In production 4, the cool weather here in Washington was dealing out some high speeds. It's great for record breaking, but it's not good for bracket racing. These production manufacturers' boats cannot break out of their speed bracket, and indeed in P4 they all did, so they were penalized. Great side-by-side action, though. There you see a Fountain boat, P411 battling out with Liquid Assets. There's P425 Revolution Marine. That's a progression hull. Don't see many of them anymore. Great battle here on the Pamlico River in eastern North Carolina. And as we said earlier, just as this weather is so conducive to high speeds, a cold front came in and the temperature dropped 15 degrees overnight. Now jumping down to manufacturer production 5. This boat right here, P54, they had a great adventure as most of their competition dropped out. And they finished with the first place. Here's how it all played out in manufacturers production classes. Great racing.
We're out there running today with some really high-quality teams that managed to pull one off. That really means a lot. But I just want to say thanks to everybody here. So many new teams, so many new friends. It's just like a whole new world of boat racing. It's really awesome.
Once again, the P3 Winner's Circle Team Taboo. You guys are making a habit of this, but I know it's a habit you enjoy.
Oh, yeah, I enjoy it a lot. This boat's just such a great boat to ride in. It's so smooth, it's forgiving. It's a fountain. What can I say? Hoggy Pencer gave us a good run for our money there, a few laps, and unfortunately he had a mishap, but it was good race, good clean racing, and what could you ask for more in Reggiville? Perfect weather, perfect waters, great race.
Yeah, 30 years of racing. I guess we're going to win championships in our 4th decade, and it's very exciting and thrilling to me.
Well, it's showtime, leading the way out of the pits with their competition right behind them, and I know they hope it stays that way.
James, competition really heating up. A new boat here, and also the other boat that you're going against, CMS Castaway, just set a kilo record, so you guys have your hands full this weekend.
Yes, we do. CMS is fast, and he posted a big number, but being fast and being good is two different things. We've always done a good job with a Showtime boat.
You guys have been so consistent. This Skater Cat has proved time and time again it is very fast, a definite contender.
Yeah, we're real happy with the boat this year. Being our first year out with it, we feel very well. We're doing good with it. Next year we look for bigger and better things.
Awful lot of driver and throttle changing going on as Mike Seabold and Reggie III are teaming up in the Rodriguez group entry.
The start's going to be real important. You know, and Reggie and I, the first time together, we're going to need a few laps to get hooked up, you know, but I think the boat's running really well. I think we're going to do well in the race. I mean, we tested well together. You know, we did the speed record, and looking forward to today.
Well, as the biggest and fastest race boats in the world prepare for racing, let's take a look at this very simplistic course. It's 6.5 miles around. You just go up as fast as you can, make a turn, and come back as fast as you can. The big boats will run 15 laps today. That's 97 miles as we take a look at our lineups. As the boats are in their milling circles, you see the rest of the lineups. These boats are going to be letting it all hang out here for bragging rights, for checkered flags, and, of course, for lots of money. And we had lots of partying going on here in Washington, North Carolina. Live bands, car shows, great food down here. We love coming here. Reggie Fountain lays out the red carpet for everybody. It's just a great place. And besides that, it's only about 3 hours from my home. So I just drive on down and have a great time. We'll be back. Welcome back, everyone. It's the 2004 Fountain Mercury Superboat International's Grand Prix. I'm Stan Lane. Nice to have you along here on OLN for some SBI offshore action. And these fans here in the Southeast, they're always ready for a hot and heavy and super fast race boat action. They love it here on the Pamlico River. Nigel Hook and Team Lucas Oil, they also love it. In fact, they're ready to win today. They brought the U.S. Army to ensure a victory.
Really, this is a perfect race side as well. This is the Superboat International Racing, and this race side here is the Fountain Powerboats headquarters, where some of the finest powerboats are built. And the water out here is very fast, so the competition is going to be terrific today. There were some speed runs done this morning, and some incredible speeds. Over 177 miles an hour were set in the Fountain Powerboat. And so, you know, this is a fine time for the United States Army to come down and see our sport, which has really not had a lot of press in the past.
Well, we're getting plenty of press today, even over in merry old England, I'm sure. There you see the pace boat. He's lining these boats up for the start. Let's take a look at some of our onboard cameras now. Onboard cameras to give you a close-up bird's eye view of what's going on with the driver on the right and the throttle man on the left are seeing how they negotiate the course, how they interact with each other. This is the only sport where the driver does not control the actual throttling, the gas sticks. It's done by two separate people. This makes this sport very, very unique. The boats are up on plane now behind the pace boat. You see them airing it out. And we have it a start. We're on board Firewater now. 42-foot Fountain. Seesaw on the wheel, back and forth. Helicopters are in the air, and this is always the most exciting time of the race for me. Look how close these boats are right now, trying to find some clean water, crossing over the wakes. Wow! Look how tight this battle is. Two 42-foot Fountains battling it out. Rio Roses and Firewater. Those motors are redlined, my friends. Listen to them sing. V9 Joe Pattis Seafood, third place in Superboat V. One of the non-fountain boats here. It's an extreme haul. Your leader in Superboat V, limited fountainracing.com, coming off that new world kilo speed record. 38-foot Fountain. Let's jump on board another fountain now, VL22 National Marine Instigator. Now, this fountain hull is only 35 feet in length, which should be conducive for these kind of water conditions. Third place, VL1 Rodriguez Group. Fourth place, VL57 Pier 57. And fifth place is Miccosukee Indian Gaming. He's been giving great, great battles all season long. Here they are, five abreast, coming into turn number one. CRC, that orange catamaran, got pushed out a little bit. These boats are supposed to maintain their lanes, but sometimes at these speeds, it's almost impossible to do so. V1 Firewater, we are on board. V1, of course, standing for the fact that they are defending and reigning national champions. They carry the one on the side of their boat. They carry it proudly. But here's your leader in Superboat V and leader overall, even beating the catamarans. And that's got to make Mr. Reggie Fountain very, very happy that a V-bottom fountain hull is leading the way. First place, Superboat Limited Cat, CMS Castaway. He also set a world kilo speed record this weekend. Second place, the boat we talked to earlier, Showtime, trying to chase down CMS. Your leader still, Superboat V Limited, Roger Ausley, David Knight on board VL15 fountainracing.com. This boat has a great ride attitude.
David, the points battle is so close in this class.
Parity in the class, that's what this class is all about. Everybody's running the same power, drives, boats are the same weight. There's only 8 points between first and second, and maybe 20 or 30 between the first 3 or 4 boats. So every race is very important.
But Roger, you guys proved that this is the fastest boat in that class.
We kind of had some pretty good runs yesterday. We were running about almost 113 one way and backed it up with a 111 for a kilo record of 112.026. So I think we got a big bullseye on the back of the boat.
Everybody is gunning for this boat, that bullseye. Speaking up loud and proud on fountainracing.com. This boat trying to run them down, VL1 Rodriguez Group. Here's your battle for third place in Superboat V Limited. And a new man on the throttles in Mikasuki Indian Gaming. There you see him on the left, but he is certainly no stranger to offshore racing. It's Reggie's eldest son, Wyatt Fountain, there on the left. On board this boat is a Make the Pass, a 38-foot fountain passing a 35-foot fountain with Wyatt and Brett Frischman on board Mikasuki. We're on board VL-22 National Marine now. As you see what they just saw, they just got passed, and they will not like that. The boys from Doo-Wah-Diddy, New York City, Joe Skro and Peter Meyer. Boy, these fountain hulls ride just tremendously. Look at that thing go.
In the world of offshore, things constantly changing. I know you've made a lot of changes, Brett, to your boat.
Yeah, we came up here on Monday to do some testing. We took out the Vortex and put in some new Mercuries, and we made one more change. We put Wyatt Fountain doing the throttles.
This class is so competitive, and there's a lot of money riding on this race here in Washington.
Yeah, the closest purse to $20,000 for first place overall in our Super V Limited class, and we got like 6 very fast fountains. It should be really some exciting racing out here.
Boy, you said it, my friend. Exciting it is. They are currently third place in Superboat V Limited. They want to make up some time now. And here's your fourth place. They just now got passed by Mikasuki's National Marine Instigator. Tough luck now for Lucas Oil, VL7. They are slowing down dramatically. Fifth place is VL57 Pier 57 in Superboat V Limited. And the man himself, Reggie Fountain, the leader in Superboat V, and overall, he's dominating his own backyard. Welcome back. It's the 2004 Fountain Mercury Superboat International's Grand Prix. You know, each year Reggie Fountain invites SBI to his hometown, and I had a chance to talk to one of his loyal staff members, Carol Price. She's race director and also VP of Human Resources.
I take care of getting all the volunteers that make this thing happen. It's not me. It's a good coordinator that has excellent employees that volunteer their time, their hearts, and the loyalty that they have for this company to make this event happen.
All the racers that we've talked to love coming here because you, Reggie, and the whole gang here at Fountain Powerboats open up your doors and your hearts and just really give everybody whatever they want to get the job done.
We believe in rolling out the red carpet. We're proud of the product that we make, and we want everybody to see just what a great organization we are. We have a great leader with Reggie, and he instills his racing passion in all of us.
Well, we want to thank Reggie Fountain and all the volunteers that opened their doors for some good old-fashioned Southern hospitality. Let's check out now our race leader overall and leader in Superboat V, Reggie Fountain on board there. V71 42-foot fountain. Oh my goodness, Firewater is having some problems now. They could be out of the race. That's going to give a green light to Rio Roses. Joe Pettis Seafood now, V9. They're currently third in Superboat V. We're going to go back and take a listen inside the cockpit, just what happened in Firewater. You saw that left tachometer, that port engine just went out. They just blew an engine there in Firewater, and that is not good, my friend. Yeah, they are definitely out of the race. Their hatch is up. That's a shame. Here's your leader in Superboat Limited Cat. They set a kilo record earlier. It is CMS Castaway, that MTI catamaran. On board, Mitch Miller and, of course, Bob Bull. Second place, trying to reel them in, is 69 Showtime. James Shade and Big Mark House. Your leader in Superboat V Limited, still VL15, fountainracing.com. They are showing their stern to all the rest of the fleet, including this boat, but not by much. VL1 Rodriguez Group trying to close in. Third place, another fountain boat, 38 feet in length. VL30 Mikasuki. We'll take a ride with them. You see they have onboard air. They breathe that air constantly. Should the boat roll over, they've got the air. They don't have to reach for it and try to find it. Pier 57, they are currently 4th place. They are passing Instigator, who is definitely having some problems today here on the Pamlico River. We're on board that boat now. It sounds a little bit ragged. Motors are not up to song. This boat, however, has been running very, very strong.
David, just before race time, we found you back here thrashing. What's going on with the Pier 57?
Well, we've tried some new drives. We got rid of our number 6 drives, went back to the Bravos, trying to get some speed out of this thing. This is kind of a new class for us. It's a little different. So we got 9 boats in this race today, and first corner is going to be a lot of fun. We just want to get through the first corner, and we'll be okay.
And there's a lot of money on the line in this class now as well.
I think we got a $20,000 purse on this one. So this, my hands are dirty out of this one, and so we're going to have fun on today.
Well, they could be having a little more fun if they got a little bit further up in the field, but right now they're running consistently. They're solid. They're trying to make up some ground. Here's your leader in P1. This is the fastest manufacturer's production class there is, over 100 miles an hour.
One of the strong contenders in P1, of course, Lightning Jacks, all the way from the Jersey area. This boat has always been fastest skater.
Yeah, we're happy to be here. We got a lot of prospects here, a lot of competition. We're anxious to get out there on the flat waters and give the boat a run and shake it down and see where we're going with it.
Well, they are definitely shaking it. They do not want to break it. You have to finish to win here in SBI. They're doing a good job. Very, very fast boat. Look at your battle here. Now, these are 2 boats in 2 different classes. They're battling for first place overall. On your left, Rio Rose's 42-foot Fountain. On your right, that 39-foot MTI Cat, CMS Castaway. Both these boats going about almost 110 miles an hour right now. Very, very fast indeed. Oh, CMS coming up for a pass. Now, bear in mind, historically, that catamarans are faster than V-bottoms. This boat does have less power than the V-bottom, but pretty much comparable speeds. Second place in Superboat V, trying to run down Rio Roses, is Joe Patty's Seafood. He's making a pass on a different class boat now, fountainracing.com. These extreme holes, which joepattis.com is, they tend to ride very, very loose. You can see as we speak, that it rocks back and forth. He's got the drives way up high, but those holes very, very squirrely. This is your fastest Superboat V limited boat in the world. Undisputed world kilo record holder right there. Here's your second place in Superboat V limited, Rodriguez Group. An identical sister ship to fountainracing.com. Out of the same mold, 38-foot fountain hulls. And here's a third sister ship, another 38-foot fountain, and they're in third place, Mikasuki Indian Gaming. Art Lilly on board. He's a veteran throttle man on this boat right here, Pier 57. He's been around for many decades and always a contender. You know, this smaller fountain right here is 3 feet shorter than the rest of the boats in the fleet. I thought he would have a great day today.
In their constant search for checkered flags, Team Instigator changing boats very, very rapidly here lately, Joe.
Yeah, Stan, it's not by choice. We've been trying to get this thing all together, and we're just thrashing always. We've been thrashing all season, trying to play catch up.
Pete, it must be nice to have a stable of boats where if one doesn't work or if one breaks, you can bring out something else.
Well, we got to thank Reggie Fountain for that. He stepped up to the plate and lent us a boat there since our difficulties down in Sarasota. But Joe's got his work cut out for him tomorrow. This boat's a handful, so not like our number 6 drives where we can just go around the corners. This with the Bravo, they kind of hop around, and anything's possible. You might see some action out there.
Well, we're seeing plenty of action. I know these guys want to see some more action and some more speed out of this 35-foot fountain hull. Here's your overall leader, V71 Rio Roses, doing a great job laying down a line now. And we'll be back with more action right after this. Welcome back. This is the Fountain Mercury Superboat International's Grand Prix here in Washington, North Carolina. You know, the weekend is not just all racing and kilo speed runs. It's a lot of partying, too. We had some great beach music on hand. The Catalinas from Charlotte, North Carolina came. We had some great time. They had a car show, as I mentioned earlier. Big, big crowds. Lots of fun. Lots of good food to eat. and lots of toys to play with. Motorcycles, cars, boats, you name it, we got it here at SBI. Your overall battle continues to rage on between V71 Rio Roses, this 42-foot fountain, and number 3 CMS Castaway, that 39-foot MTI cat in Superboat Cat Limited. We're on board that cat as we speak, and this cat is loving this cool, dense air.
Everybody is saying that the weather has just been so conducive to high speeds this weekend.
Oh, yeah, the weather was great. The event's been great. It was a good run this morning. We got to make 2 passes, and it was a blast.
Mitch, let's talk about that speed. It's pretty phenomenal.
Exactly, especially when you came from a Super V background and getting into a cat because, you know, pointing it wants to drift. But today we were just right on the money. It couldn't have been a better day for us, weather and all.
And what was that speed?
126.793.
Impressive indeed. Right now they're hitting 115. They got different props on it because they have to slow down and they have to accelerate out of the turns. These are not their kilo props. Here's your second place boat, Superboat V, V9 Joe Pattis Seafood. 39-foot extreme hull, rocking and rolling, being passed up now by our second place Superboat Limited Cat Boat, number 69 Showtime. These Superboat Cat Limited boats have twin 525, just like this boat does. Your Superboat V Limited, hence the termination limited. The Rodriguez Group VL1, they are your national champions from last year. And this boat still third place, trying to make up some time, VL30 Mikasuki. Not having to seesaw the steering wheel too much on this race. Bear in mind, we are racing on a river, but it can get rough if the wind should blow up. You see all the water does bounce off one side of the banks and back to the other, although it's a fairly large body of water, so it can get a little rough, but right now it's just perfect water conditions, 1 to 2 foot chop. Instigator mentioned they've been thrashing all year long. They're still thrashing today. This boat is not thrashing. Our leader and leader overall still Rio Roses. Benny Robinson and the man on board, Reggie Fountain.
Team Rio Roses, and I might add, Benny, a brand new team, very formidable.
I think it's going to be a very competitive team. We got the star here, Reggie Fountain. We got the Rio Rose boat, which has been a champ, set a record yesterday. What can I say? We got best of all worlds. All we got to do is have a little luck today. I think we'll come away with another first.
Reggie, you told me earlier you had so much fun setting that new world kilo record. You just want to get back in here and race some more.
Well, that's fun to do that. We want to make sure that everyone knows that this boat isn't the one that won 177. This is one that runs a nice, tidy little 124, so it's a lot easier to take care of this one and keep it going in a straight line. So we're looking forward to having some fun. At that kind of speed, it's a lot more fun than it is at 177.
And probably a little safer too, Reggie, although they're going about 119 right now, so they are certainly not going slow by any stretch of the imagination. Look how flat that fountain hull rides. Twin step bottom, notch transom, pad on the back. Second place, trying to run down the boat, is JoePattis.com out of California. You see their boat rocking back and forth. It is indeed loose. CMS Castaway lost a little bit of ground now to Rio Roses, but they are still first in their class, which is Superboat Limited Cat. We'll jump on board that boat, take a ride with them. You see how bright that sunlight is through that Lexan canopy. Tends to blind you a little bit, reflecting off the water. Second place, still Showtime. Unable to make up any time, any ground so far, but anything can happen in offshore. 40% of these boats do not finish. Even though this is not a rough race, a smooth water race will tax the driver, throttle man, and engines because the boats are on the rev limiters almost the entire race. VL1 maintaining second place, VL30 maintaining third place, all in Superboat V Limited. Identical hulls, identical power plants, identical drive systems, different driver, different throttle man. That makes a difference, as does prop selection. Well, we had one big parade here in Washington, North Carolina. They lined up for miles. All the boats, trailers, and the people here, the locals, just loved it. They lined the streets checking out these boats. When you're up close and personal with these boats, when you get up to them, you realize how large they are. When you see them on the screen racing, they look rather small, but they are indeed big, as is this man. He's a big man, Big Doug Kelly. There's Nigel. Nigel travels all over the world racing. He loves to race. We'll be right back with more action. Welcome back. It's the 2004 Fountain Mercury Superboat International's Grand Prix. I'm Stan Lane. Thank you for joining us here on OLN. Huge crowd here. All day long they've enjoyed the action, especially along Witcher's Beach and all the beautiful private homes that stretch up and down the Pamlico River. They are seeing the biggest and fastest race boats in the world and enjoying every second of it. Here's your battle for overall. Number 3, CMS Castaway on the right of your screen, and V71 Rio Roses along with V9 Joe Pattis. It is indeed a great, great battle here in Washington. Fountain making a pass now on the outside. Those twin 750 horsepower motors are really singing strong now. We're inside CMS Castaway as they watch themselves being passed now on their starboard side. That's the right side of the boat. Showtime, very, very consistent run today. Averaging speeds well over 100 miles an hour. And VL15 has led almost from wire to wire here so far. Do not want to jinx them, but they're having a great run. Perfect ride attitude. You see how these drives throw up that rooster tail. When you raise the drives up, that airs the hull out. The higher the drive is raised in the rear, the more the bow is raised in the front. Twin fuel-injected 525 horsepower motors propelling this 38-foot Fountain to speeds well over 100 miles per hour as VL57 Pier 57 is making a wide, wide turn there on the eastern part of the course. P105 Lightning Jacks 36-foot Skater Cat still first place in manufacturer's 1. Outlaw having dropped out several laps back. And Rio Roses now with a commanding lead in first place and first overall. You see that ram air hood scoop on top that feeds the cool, dense air we talked about here, as does this boat. Feeds it right into the fuel injection system or the carburetors. These motors crave dense air. It makes more horsepower. It makes for a bigger explosion inside the engine. We're on board Joe Pattis there. He's got twin 700 horsepower Stirling power plants. This boat has twin 525 CMS Castaway. Bob Bull and Mitch Miller. Mitch Miller also from North Carolina, Cornelius to be exact, on Lake Norman, close to Charlotte. As we enter our last lap, here's your leader still, VL15. They are leading in Superboat V Limited. And here we go, down to the checkered flag, the finish line. Winner in Superboat V and overall, VL71 Rio Roses. Picture perfect finish for Reggie Fountain and Benny Robertson on board V71. Wow, you could not ask for more in your hometown. Here's your second place, Superboat V. Gallant run, just did not have enough speed to catch that Fountain boat. Joe Pattis Seafood, hang on guys. It's almost over now, don't lose it now. And your winner, Superboat V Limited, VL15 FountainRacing.com. They set the kilo. They won the checkered flag. It's been a great weekend for this team. And another Fountain boat. Second place, Superboat V Limited, VL1 Rodriguez Group. Strong second place showing. And third place, VL30 Mikosuke Indian Gaming. We'll jump on board as they cross the finish line, get the checkered flags. Great, great run. You see some of the record-breaking crowds here. Each and every year it gets bigger and better here in Washington, North Carolina. And as I said before, it bears repeating. Reggie Fountain, his entire staff, they really welcome all the SBI racers with open arms. They give them anything they want. His factories are open, wide open. You need tools to work on your boat, you got them. You need a hangar to work on your boat or trailer, it's done. Everything you need is right here for you. And that's why the racers love coming here so much to Washington, North Carolina, and racing on the Pamlico River. The boats will be making their way back now towards the winning docks, right behind the factory. There you see some of the spectator fleet. They got great, great views, and we'll be back with the winners after this. The 2004 Fountain Mercury Superboat International's Grand Prix has been brought to you by Mercury, #1 on the water. By Featherlight Coaches, the official coach of SBI. By Featherlight Traders, the official trader of SBI. And by Fountain Powerboats, because there is a difference. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Stan Lane. We enjoyed having you along today here on OLN. Well, I tell you what, the fans had a front row seat for some of the fastest race boats in the world. And you at home, you had a bird's eye view out the cockpit as we look right now, get that same view. Let's just see how it feels to be a racer with SBI. The boats made their way back to the pit. I had a chance to talk with John Carbonell.
John, we couldn't have asked for better weather. We couldn't have asked for better racing and high speeds this weekend.
Definitely was. We had a tremendous spectator fleet out there. People really enjoyed it. And, of course, starting off the weekend with the record run that Reggie made at 171 was pretty exciting also.
Definitely exciting, and some very, very close action-packed racing today for the fans.
Yeah, all the classes were real tight, and it was just a beautiful day.
In the Superboat V winner's circle team, Rio Roses, what a fantastic weekend for you guys.
I'll tell you what, it's been an exciting weekend. We set the world's fastest V-bottom record. Reggie Fountain, we put throttling. You couldn't ask for a better combination.
Reggie, you must be living right, my friend, because everything this whole weekend went great. Perfect weather, great racing, and your fountain boats ruled.
Hey, the Lord has blessed us. I even saw President Bush on the front page of the papers in our fish boat. So it made the weekend, but we like that speed record at 177. I wish we could have run that boat, but we're still a few days away from having that ready to run, but we'll be out there with it. This boat today, we had a great race with those two cats, and we'll be ready for them next time too, even though they're a different class. We want to dust them too.
David, the culmination to a picture-perfect weekend for FountainRacing.com.
Absolutely picture perfect. You know, I would summarize this weekend as self-sacrifice, dedication, all culminating in performance.
Your victors in P1, Team Lightning Jacks. Guys, welcome back, and what a way to come back.
Oh, it's great to be back, and we had a great day today. Nice run.
Walter, how are conditions out there on this river?
Oh, it was nice and flat. We had some nice R's in the boat. It had good attitude. It felt good to run in a calm race rather than a rough one for a change.
And now you see the rest of our remaining schedule for the year 2004. Looking forward to each and every one of those. Don't forget the National Championships in Deerfield and, of course, the World Championships in Key West, Florida. If you can join us for any or all of those races, by all means do so. Love to have you. If you can't be there in person, join us here on OLN for all the racing action. Just like you like it, super fast, super fun, SBI style. Want to thank Reggie Fountain, Fountain Powerboats, the entire staff and management here. Had a wonderful time, as we always do. And now it's on to Orange Beach, Alabama. I'm Stan Lane. Thanks for being here.